So anyway, I said to Junior, I said, because he's a professional, and I said, you want to play with us? There's only 3 of us. We're only going to play like 9 holes because it was late in the day and we wanted to watch football. He said, I can't. He said, I got a fever. I said, oh, you got the PGA Show flu. Very common. Think about it, folks, right? You're talking about a trade show where you're together with your coworkers, you're together with your buddies, you're going out to the bars, you're going out for dinner, you're working your tails off, you're shaking hands all day, everybody's sneezing on each other. Look at that. Look at these shots Andrew's showing you. Double-digit growth in this year's show. Absolutely huge at this 2025 PGA Show. Massive, massive success. So, yeah, that's what I'm telling you now. He's fighting the PGA Show flu. I'm sure you must have caught something. Whatever was floating around that room, Dom gets. Dom's like the fly in the sticky thing that hangs down from the ceiling.
Yeah, I anticipate I'll be getting sick. I have yet to get sick, but it's coming.
Yeah, let it percolate there a little bit.
Yeah, it's coming.
It'll kick in soon enough. So everybody's asking me what my favorite things was that I saw at the show. They all want to know about the equipment stuff, of course. I saw some cool stuff on every part of it. I liked Puma's new golf shoes a lot. I thought they were really cool looking. I like a golf shoe that looks. I like it to look kind of like a sneaker, as well as have like a sole that'll grip a little bit for a golf shoe. Because sometimes you get the shoes, or if you actually wear a sneaker when you play, like you can do down here in Florida when it's this time of year and it's dry. But you have to be careful because if you step on especially if it's overseeded rye and you step on a hill and it's morning and wet, you can slip. You know what I'm saying? So I saw some really cool stuff from them. I thought putter-wise, I could go in categories. And Dom, jump in if you saw something you want to weigh in on. I don't know. I don't even know how much you got to see in the booths. I don't know how much you wandered around because you left a little early.
I did. I basically did our show.
Yeah, you did our show, and then you were like,
I didn't have a ton of time to wander the whole floor. Also, because it was the largest show in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you walk to like the middle and you're like, oh, I want to see the rest. And then you look up and you're like came to see the end. It's like a horizon. You're like, I don't have time for this. I got to go back and work.
Yeah, but the show was good to us because when we had to be from point A to point B, they had that guy with the cart. Did you ever ride with that guy in the cart?
I got one ride in the cart.
He's kind of a madman.
It wasn't great because he was beeping a lot and yelling at people with a whistle.
Yeah, so you go in this. It's like a 6 or 8.
Didn't love the cart ride.
It was a 2, 4. It was 6-person. Was it 6 or 8? Whatever it was. It was a big. It was a golf cart, but it had multiple seats. And you're on the side, one of the side. They don't even have a rug on this side. They carpet everything. It's beautiful. But this thing is kind of over by where the loading docks are. There's still a lot of people walking around. It's way to the left of what you've got up there, Andrew, right now. Way to that left. Behind all that stuff. And this guy was great, but he took his job so seriously that he got in this thing, and you're getting a ride. Everybody else is walking like crazy, 1,000 miles, and you're getting a ride, and you're like, hey, let's just keep it low key. Let's get from point A to B. And this guy's like, he's got the little horn. He's got the little horn, and he had a whistle. I'm not kidding you. Dude had a whistle. And he's like blowing the whistle, hitting the horn, and people who were like 20 feet away from the cart are turned around startled like, what the hell? There was no subtlety. I was hiding as best I could. But anyway, it got us point A to B, and we saw all kinds of stuff. But anyway, in terms of like product category stuff that I liked, and putters, my favorite putter that I saw with those new Scotty Cameron. That's those shots there, Andrew, I sent to you today. Look at that stuff. And what they're trying to do with that insert is to get the ball coming off the face softer. Because I'd explained this to you guys before, and many of you already know it. When a golf ball initially hits that face, it ricochets. That's what's called skid. And when that happens, the ball is actually airborne, and then it hits and it skids before it starts to roll. That's physics. That's what happens. So they're trying to get earlier control of the golf ball on your line, right? And they're doing it with the way that they have the weight on that club. They're doing it with how it comes off that face. But I'm just telling you, the putters, they're Scotty Cameron. I know obviously they're going to be balanced, but they were gorgeous. They looked like jewelry to me. Right, really, really, that was really cool. I love the. Where is it? Yeah, I got it right here behind me. This, Andrew, maybe you can grab that in camera one. This is the new Cobra driver. He's scrambling to shoot it in camera one. Is like, I didn't know you were going to bring props. And I just think this new Cobra driver is so well balanced. So beautiful. Dom's telling him, don't shoot the thing. You've got video. Dude, this looks better than me holding up a club to the camera. But anyway, that to me, I think was probably the best looking driver that I saw. I was impressed with, there it is. Gives you an idea of what I'm talking about. There's a lot of CG in that thing. But they do it. They have 33 different unique settings. And what happens is normally when you change the setting on the neck between the interface between the head and the shaft, is it starts to close the face. Right? This one doesn't close that. You can adjust it. You really can dial it in to exactly what you need. There's from that standpoint, I didn't see anything that came close to that. Because what they're really dialing in, not to offend, but what they're really working on are people that slice the ball. That's primary. You can do it other ways. Don't get me wrong. It's like 33 settings. It's going to cover everybody. But that's really, they're tweaking that thing from that standpoint to make sure you get the flight that you want. So that I really liked. I liked the new Elite. Iron-wise, I liked the Shrixon irons a lot. Stuff that I saw new at the show. There's other stuff that I'd already seen. I did get a glimpse of the Bridgestone irons. We showed that to you guys a little bit during the live show. I heard a lot of nice things from a lot of people about the shows that Dom and Andrew put together from that week, particularly on Wednesday and on Thursday, which was our digital show and our syndicated show. But on Wednesday's show, that was also live on NBC Sports Golf Channel. People really enjoyed that, so thank you. That was a lot of work by our team, and they all did a brilliant job. That was that little video that you saw with Donna and Dom and Andrew and Steven and Mitch and DJ. Everybody that worked so hard putting everything together, which was great fun for us. We loved doing it. And our favorite part, Dom, had to be for you. You must have loved it when, remember when Mitch was trying to, I think he was trying to mic up. Was it Jose? He was trying to mic up with the lav mic, and we were live on the air, and he like dove out of the way,
Jose.
and you were like, no, get back in there, mic him up.
Yeah, it was Jose. That's correct.
Was it Jose?
Yes, it was. We were getting things ready for the show, and I think it was one of the latter segments of the show.
Yeah.
And when people work for us with us for the first time, they're oftentimes blown away. I'm going to tell you another story here that's behind the scenes in just a second that Matt didn't mention. And Mitch ran in front of the camera, and we were live, and I was like, okay, go. And then Matt started talking, and Mitch was like standing in front of the camera, and he turned around, looked at the camera like deer in the headlights, and then he scampered away like a hobbit. And then I was like, Mitch, he needs a microphone. You got to get him the microphone. And then I think even you, Matt, were like, it's okay.
I did.
Come on, we got to get him
we're
mic'd up.
live. It'd be no different than if Andrew had to walk over here and pick up one of these bobbleheads. Did I show you my
gotta
new
do what
Arnold
you gotta
Palmer
do.
bobblehead, by the way? He's right here. Andrew, shoot Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, Andrew, do some more stuff.
Do some more stuff on the fly. That's Arnold Palmer's right there. And he's kind of got that little side head.
Hit his head. Hit his head. Hit his head, Matt.
Oh.
There you go.
He says yes. I say yes. Ben Hogan always says no. You ever notice that?
Wait, all right. Let me tell you one more behind-the-scenes story.
Yeah.
All right, so We're at the show. I honestly don't remember which show it was. I really don't. But Matt works an inhuman amount at the PGA Show. It's probably, and I don't want to speak for Matt, but it's probably his favorite week of the year.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's probably violating labor laws or something. Yeah.
No, yeah, oh, it's definitely violating labor laws. But it's the
it is my favorite.
It's your favorite week of the year, but it's probably also the most difficult week of the year for you.
Yeah, in fairness, my favorite week of the year is the Open week, and that's an equal amount of work physically, probably even more. But from like an equipment standpoint, the PGA Show would be very close to that, just because of how important it is to the industry and how exciting it is and how much fun everybody's having and all the rest.
So just to give you guys an example of how limited his time is. So we're getting in there at, 5, 6, some ungodly hour, prepping, doing shows nonstop. When he's done doing stuff for us, he's doing stuff for Golf Channel, right? So the windows of time Matt has, I have to schedule in all right, you have 9 minutes here for a meeting. You have 7 minutes here. This is when you're eating lunch. 7 minutes is when he's eating lunch. That's how much time. And half the time he's doing that while he's on the run. Anyway, behind the scenes, this is what happened. We're live on the air. Matt doesn't, nowhere in this schedule that I'm talking about do we work in, bathroom breaks. So he doesn't get bathroom breaks. So sometimes he just has to go to the bathroom. Yeah. So we were on the air. We went to break. And Matt goes, I got to go to the bathroom. Okay, fine. So he runs. I said, Matt, you're not going to be back in time. And he's like, it's going to be okay. Don't worry. So he runs to the bathroom. He's coming back from the bathroom. He's probably like, Andrew, put up one of the pictures from the show floor. So he's coming back from the bathroom, right? And he's for example, around the other side of that Titleist sign that you're seeing there.
Yeah, it'd be like our stage 50, was where the ping is, where the people sitting at that.
He's deck. 50. He's 50 yards from where we are, and we go live. And I forget who the guest was.
I had a lav mic on. In fairness to the people,
I know that.
Understand. So I knew Andrew.
People didn't know.
Back, so I could hear the music.
People didn't know where Matt was. They assumed he was sitting there. But what was really happening was on our stage, I don't remember who it was. There was some guy with equipment who was sitting there alone, oh my God, we're live on the air. What do I do? And I was like, that'll be okay. And then Matt's 100 yards away on a wireless microphone going, welcome everybody back to the Fairways of Life show, just pretending to be on the stage. And the guy with the equipment's totally having a panic attack.
I think it was.
And then Matt comes walking up on the stage, and then I say to Andrew, all right, we can go to Matt now. He's officially back in the chair and has returned from the bathroom.
Yeah, that was fun. That was different. I was surprised. We were able to pull that off because I knew I wasn't worried about it. You were up there, Dom, if we had to, right? Were you capable of going on the air from where you were?
Yeah, I would have had a lot of wires though, because I had a beefy setup last week. So
we just put,
I could have.
Mitch on there, just a static shot on a panic guest. Yeah. But what I was surprised by was how well and how far those lav mics worked.
Oh yeah, they've got a pretty heavy duty range.
Because when Andrew had us coming back, I could hear him do his Andrew. I heard Andrew's panic voice too, going, "We're 10 seconds from coming back." And then I heard the music, the in bump music, and all the rest, and it was just like, all right, this is it. Here we go. This is what we're
like, hey, what's going on? I'm sitting in this chair live right now.
I never said that, though. I mean, at least you didn't hear me, flushing the toilet. I didn't turn the mic off. No. Everyone's like, oh, my God, that's so gross.